Hello again. Well, I wasn't expecting to do this. After my previous video with the Iceland Pepper X curry, one of my friends showed me something that he picked up when he was in Aldi. So I thought I'd give it a go as well. This one is a Chicken Phal. So it should be pretty spicy as well. It says extra hot with 4 peppers on it, or 4 chili peppers. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it compares with the Pepper X, whether it's hotter, whether it's nicer, who knows. Looking back on it, the disappointing thing I think about the Pepper X one was just the amount of chicken and the quality of the chicken was in there. It was only tiny little squares of chicken. The sauce was quite nice, but there was hardly any chicken and it was quite poor quality. And it was also super hot. So it'd be interesting to see this. I've never had a phal before, neither one from a supermarket or one in an actual Indian restaurant. So it'd be interesting too to have a look and see what's what. Anyway, let's get on with it. So first things first, what you'll notice is that there are quite big chunks of chicken in here. Quite a lot of them, to be fair. Vastly more chicken than what you found on the Iceland Pepper X curry. And there's also some chili peppers, whole chili peppers embedded in here as well. I don't know how many there are, 3 I think? Yeah, I think there's 3 whole chili peppers. So maybe what I'll do with those, I usually just kind of slice them up a little bit and then spread them through the meal, because otherwise it's a little bit too extreme to have like massive chunks of it. I've also got the rice, so there's some pilau rice that came with it, and as usual when you have a super hot curry, have a glass of milk and maybe something else with a bit of fat in it. So anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, first bite. That's pretty good, to be fair. That's quite good. Tasty, the chicken's good. It doesn't feel massively hot. So the Pepper X one was genuinely very hot. This one, I don't know, you can tell it's quite potent for a kind of, I don't know, supermarket own brand one, I suppose, but it doesn't feel crazily hot. Nowhere near as hot as the Pepper X, I don't think. Anyway, last time, about halfway through, things changed a little bit with the Pepper X one, and I realised that it was a lot hotter than I thought. So maybe we'll do the same again. I'll come back halfway through and give some additional updates on what I've made of it so far. See you in a bit. So, as promised a few seconds ago, I'm back having got about halfway through it. I've not had any milk or anything, so as you can probably tell, it's not crazily hot. I would say it's probably equivalent to something like if you went to an Indian restaurant and you had a madras. It's kind of that level. Now, as I say, I've never had a phal before, but from my understanding, they're like the most potent things you can have in an Indian restaurant, pretty much. So, yeah, definitely not as strong as I thought it was going to be. But then again, it's really good, really tasty. One thing that I didn't cover before was that the Iceland Pepper X was something like £4 or £4.50 or something like that. I think it's £4. And this was on special offer this week because it's new, and it was something like £1.75. I think it's like £3.50 or something normally. But what you get for it is so much better. I mean, the amount of chicken, vastly superior chicken, lots more of it. The sauce is tasty, really nice. So yeah, there's not really much of a competition. I suppose the main thing is if you're looking for an experience and you want to have something that is super powerful, then this doesn't compete. Absolutely no way is this comparable with that Pepper X one. That was super hot. This is kind of hot, I guess. Yeah, hot is what I describe it. Nothing that you need any milk or anything for, so, you know, just grab one and gobble it down. Anyway, I shall see you once I've finished for some final wrap up. Okay, so as you can see, nice clean plate. Glass is still full. Not a problem at all having that in terms of heat. So what do I think? What would be my conclusions? Well, I guess if I was going to say which is best, the Pepper X or this Phal from Aldi, undoubtedly this is vastly superior quality. I mean, those boiled chicken, it's much cheaper, it's just better in almost every way. So if you want a good quality curry, go for this Chicken Phal, really nice. If you want an interesting experience on the other hand, then once again, there's no comparison I don't think. The Pepper X is just so much more of an experience than having this. This is like going to, you know, having a takeaway or something like that of a high-ish level heat curry. The Pepper X is something completely different, much stronger, much more interesting. If it was me, I would probably cook my own chicken and lob that in there rather than having the kind of pretty rubbish chicken that comes with it. But, you know, it's an experience, more expensive, but in my opinion, I'm not going to remember this in a year's time, but I will remember the Pepper X. So if it's an experience you're after, go for that. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. I did notice when I was in Morrison's that they had a super hot curry there, so you never know, I might try that and compare that. It would be interesting to see the difference between the three. But for the time being, this is me saying goodbye. See you again soon.